For the last decade, the Desert Assassins have shifted gears from just off-road racing to adding dirt bike adventuring around the world. Our trips have developed the following, traveling the Baja Peninsula with adventures like Ripped Cabo, Hell Ride, Surf and Turf, and the Baja Beach Bash. For 2014, we added a journey over the Atlantic Ocean and created the Rip to Iceland for dirt bikes. Our next challenge is taking trucks over 1,500 miles down the Baja Peninsula through 7 days of abuse as we attempt to follow the legendary Mission Trail. Baja's beauty can lull even the most skilled adventurer into a false sense of comfort. Join us as we dodge near misses and face catastrophes in our effort to track history and culture from centuries ago, in what can be a harsh and desolate land as we travel from the U.S. border to Cabo San Lucas. Welcome to Baja and the inaugural Desert Assassins Trail of Missions presented by Monster Energy. Our adventure begins at the Tecate port of entry, which opened in 1919 to inspect vehicles entering Mexico. We've crossed the border and now we're in Tecate, Mexico. It's a cool little town and it's a great destination for just cruising across for a day, getting some tacos and seeing the culture and maybe riding some dirt bikes. We do a lot of dirt bike riding outside of Tecate, and it's where the Los Ancianos hold their annual Hare Scrambles, which is a tough single track trail race and just a great part of the Baja. After clearing Tecate, we made our first turn into the dirt as we head for one of Baja's 4 national parks and the area known as the Pine Forest. The Trail of Missions will stay in the dirt wherever possible, sharing sites and locations away from the normal tourist destinations. Well, I guess if you're going to be married to a 3-time Baja 1000 winner, 5-time off-road champion, you're going to have to let her drive once in a while, so I'm doing the navigating and the radio. The boss is holding the wheel. Men and women on Trail of Missions.
Cameron and I have had many adventures racing trophy trucks and pre-running and getting ready for the races, but this is really a trip of a lifetime.
Things are going pretty smooth. We're just at the first little checkpoint, so to speak, on day number 1, and about 60 miles in, we're at Laguna Hansen, and it's just a picturesque, serene area full of pine trees, and a lot of people wouldn't expect pine trees in Baja. Everybody thinks of barren desert washes and stuff like that, but it's a beautiful place. This year there's no water in Laguna Hansen this summer. There hasn't been much rainfall, so it's a little empty but still a little mucky, so you can see that there should be some water. There's cool cabins and just like burnt out fireplaces and, you know, just a nice area. Departing to the west out of Laguna Hansen, we'll head to Rancho Santa Marta for a visit with the kids and experience lunch with Chef Alec. As you can see, everybody pulling into Rancho Santa Marta. It's a school and orphanage for children that have learning challenges. And Trail of Missions coming in, stop by. You'll see a lot of smiles when we're inside there. I have a feeling there's going to be a few stickers and a few goodies given away and just good cheer and smiles all around. Let's go in, get some lunch, and see the kids. For 30 years, Bill and Kay Lawrence have given their lives to the kids of Baja and have been building this facility here in San Vicente for 20 years. It's a magical place to visit, and their commitment is nothing short of amazing. Through the 2014 Baja Beach Bash, we were able to donate $40,000 to their efforts, and we always love to bring the goodies.
We're here in San Vicente at Rancho Santa Marta. We've got a bunch of stuff to give out to them.
We're gonna try to find somebody about this tall and put them on that thing, and we're gonna create an off-roader. We got an off-road tricycle, and we're gonna have a future off-roader.
They're building a new 6 classrooms behind us here, and a new medical facility over here for all the kids. They bring dentists from the U.S. to clean their teeth and all that stuff. So just hanging out. We're gonna have a lunch here and get back on the trail soon.
After an epic stop, it was time to get to the Pacific Ocean and head south along the beach.
I've honestly never seen anything we've done so far. Cameron's taking us on rides and roads that we don't normally do. So it's awesome to go on like roads that aren't beat up and thrashed. Like there's some beautiful natural terrain out here and some roads that don't get driven every day. So to come on these kind of roads and vehicles that we're in, it makes for a really, really good time.
One of Baja's sights is disappearing before our eyes. It's a wrecked freighter that legend says the captain was sleeping off a good time and parked her here permanently in the early 80s. They're shipwreck, trail of missions, having fun? I don't see any reason why not. Yee! As the sun starts to dip on day one, we head to our last stop of the day, the Mission Santo Domingo ruins.
This is Mission Santo Domingo, and it was founded on August 30th of 1775, before the Declaration of Independence. And this mission site here, and this was the church, had a roof over it, and you can see it in an 1890 photograph, still intact, still had an altar inside, and still held services in here as a local church. And once the roof disappeared, used for construction, other locations, whatever, then the adobe was exposed to the elements and slowly melted away and became less and less, more like we see now.
Well, the sun sets on another epic day in the Baja. The Trail of Missions hasn't disappointed. Here at Santo Domingo Mission Ruins, we got a good bit of information from David Kier, and everybody's having a good time. So all that's left to do is go to the hotel, put our feet up, have a cold drink, and wait for day number 2. Right about 251 miles on our Odo, so it's a pretty solid day of traveling along the Baja. As you can see, we're on the Pacific Ocean. Okay, if you're not happy with your room, tough. All right.
Trail of Missions on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Monster Energy. By Yokohama. It's not just any tire, it's a Yokohama. And by Fox Shocks. For race performance and a guaranteed factory fit.
Welcome back to the Desert Assassins Trail of Missions presented by Monster Energy. On day 1, we traveled into Baja via Tecate and headed through the Pine Forest and Laguna Hansen before making our way out to the Pacific. Day 2 will be a short mileage day along the west coast on our way to Punta San Carlos and the oasis of Solo Sports, where the fog is always in, if you know what I mean. Cruising the beaches of Baja can be an everyday occurrence for the locals, but for us, it seems like the definition of freedom where adventure lies around every dune. Today's first stop will be at La Lobera, which is a sea lion refuge and clam breeding facility.
I was gonna say, get some food, dude. Let's start feeding these things.
Yeah, should have brought some cookies. Seals love cookies.
This is sick.
You can tell by these markings that this is a female.
What do you think about it? It's a clam. Squishy.
Well, we got all the ladies wound up here at La Lobera, and we're gonna go to the El Rosario Mission and then Punta Baja for lunch and maybe a surf. All right, so someone clearly established the words that you can't say with no punishment. Go ahead, Banfield, explain what the 4 words are.
Pen in any form. Mine. Copy.
It's a lot of words. There's gonna be a lot of push-ups today. Copy. Well, we need to disperse someone into his vehicle.
Cameron, 9+1.
Oh, you said this.
Trip and crew camaraderie is built through the mind game. Don't say the word mine or other forbidden words, or you will do push-ups like the 20 I'm about to do now. We're at the El Rosario Mission Ruins, just parked all the trucks right in front. You know, can't see all the missions on one trip, but this one's kind of cool. It's not much left of it. But just thought I'd show everyone as we cruise by on our way to lunch to Punta Baja.
1774, the Dominican Padres founded the mission of El Rosario. El Rosario was their first mission. They found water at a spring on the side of the mountain just past where we turned off the pavement, and that mission was there until 1802 when the spring dried up. And at that point, they moved the mission to right here, very close to the river, lots of farmland around, and in 1802, the second site of El Rosario was constructed, and here it was for many, many years.
This is the last cell service right now. You might get little blips of it going out, but after today, Punta San Carlos has no cell service and their Wi-Fi is locked. They're not gonna let us on it probably. And then we're gonna head south from there to LA Bay. There will be no cell service, no facilities, nothing between here and LA Bay tomorrow. So conserve your equipment, conserve your fuel. We can get barrel gas for Casey if he needs it tomorrow, but anybody got any questions on the rest of the day? Anybody hungry? Oh yeah. Let's eat. Just after lunch, we got our first taste of Baja biting back.
Well, my dad pulled a little squid maneuver like he usually doesn't do. And now we have to fix the tire. I'm driving once it's fixed.
That's drinks for sure.
Basically, Picoy hit a little hole in the dirt back there and damaged the spindle. So they took the helicopter and flew back to where the trailer was and grabbed a spare that we brought just in case Picoy hit something.
Decoys, you guys are gonna get in some other seats. Travis will stay with Bobby, and the girls will go in the other cars, all right?
Looks like 10, 15 minutes worth of work to pull that off, and 30-minute helicopter ride, and we should be back together in another 30 minutes, so I think we're good.
Because I went back and got it.
Just tightening everything up right now, putting the caliper back on. We changed this upright and put all the new parts back on. We're gonna be back on the road here in about 5 minutes.
Right, left, right on the left.
All right, we're back on the road. We're gonna head back and grab a cold beer. Got this thing fixed. All's good.
What might have taken, a day to fix in some cases only took about 45 minutes. So that's how the DA does it, running parts with the chopper and getting it going. So Picoy's back underway, and now we're here at Punta San Carlos.
Punta San Carlos is somewhere that everybody needs to go. There is surfboards, windsurfing, bicycles, you name it, we have everything, paddleboarding, and the waves are literally 10 feet from us. But this place is, you're sleeping in a tent, no cell phone service, no running water, nothing. And we're out here having a good time. There's a bar, there's full service, and the staff here is insanely rad.
Baja, baby.
I thought I'd be super rad and surfing this huge swell that we have today. With this offshore wind, it's just making some epic waves, and I ended up shearing off the top of my finger. So right at the surfboard where you tie the knot, for the leash, I put my hand inside the...
And then yanked it?
Dude, no, a wave came. And it peeled the board and caught the rope.
So your finger was in that little teeny thing, and then when it pulled sideways, probably it just yanked it off? God damn, dude.
New kid on the block. Everyone says that there's a chance that I need a skin graft, so I have to go home to have it checked out before it's too late. But I don't know, I guess you only live once, and I made the best of it.
Day 2 was a hectic day as we had our first truck issue and Casey Curry filleted his finger.
Our ride's here, and we're taking the helicopter home. You know, gotta get home, make sure my hand's okay, and let my crew chief Foreign take the drive, take the big Jeep home. And but I hope everyone else has a safe trip and has a good time down here in Baja. Wish I could stay.
As Casey takes the easy way out, the Trail of Missions continues south into the heart of Baja, exploring epic vistas along the way. We are on top of the mesa. It's not an easy place to get to, but we got to it here on the Trail of Missions. You can see, take a look. We're at about 2,100 feet, and down below us, you can see the surf camp that we were actually at. Leaving the mesa, we had some tight rocks, which earned one of our crew a flat. It's all part of the adventure, and Ron made the best of his small fumble.
We had a little rock squeeze back there, and I caught a side ball on a sharp rock. Complete pilot error. Can't see it. Got it.
Okay, clear. Gonna guide it where you want it when it starts. Here's your key, sir.
Thank you very much. Roadside service.
Yep. No charge AAA. Let's roll.
All right, you guys, Trail of Missions, you're on highway number 1 now, the Trans-Peninsula Highway, headed southbound towards Catavina. We're 452 miles into the Trail of Missions trip.
We are getting a little bit of fuel here in the Raptors so we can make the extra stretch to LA Bay, where we're gonna be staying tonight. We're gonna put 10 gallons in each truck, and we're gonna hit it for lunch. We're close to Catavina where lunch is.
It's a really unforgiving territory, real desolate. We're in the never never now. So it's cool to have the support crew that we have, and you know, we've seen some really great trails, and looking forward to even more great stuff as we head down to LA Bay. Not even halfway yet. Fun is happening.
My name is George Henry Corral Sanders, and I born 1927. 7 years.
Coco may have lost his legs to diabetes, but he has not lost his Baja stoke. He is the epitome of a Baja host and icon.
Yeah, when did you start all this stuff, Coco?
December 27, 1990.
1990.
4 o'clock, I open it here. No, 5 o'clock, I come here.
Wow.
Maybe
All right,
we'll see
Coco,
you.
I'll see you later.
Mañana.
Okay.
Mañana.
I don't know. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Go, Coco.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
$20,000 miles. Are they done? Brake pad's done?
Looks like it.
Got some, talk to Faust.
Hey, if you need a little something, Candyman's here. Got a couple of pieces for you. It's all good.
Cool. We have located pads. We put the new pads on. Everything should be good to go. Tighten it up. Lucky it was only the pads, and should be back on the road tomorrow.
See Cortez as a backdrop for leaving today. We're gonna head to the Pacific Ocean. Welcome back to the Trail of Missions. I'm Cameron Steele. We are the Desert Assassins, and we are about to have a darn good time on day number 4. San Borja mission next up on the menu. Can't wait to show you.
Aquí vamos por el camino real a la misión de San Francisco de Borja.
See. So what she's saying is this is the actual El Camino Real, and the basis of the El Camino Real is it was the mission trail. The Royal Road is how it's loosely translated. And basically, the Santa Gertrudis mission is 1 day's travel on this trail to get to the San Borja mission. Nowadays, I heard someone tried to walk it and it took them 5 days. But basically, you know, it's a piece of history. When the mission started in the 1600s, they had to have a route to connect them. So that's what the El Camino Real is all about. And it stretches all the way up into California, or what is present-day California, which used to be actual Mexico. So it's a pretty amazing route. It's a lot of fun to come out here and experience a little bit of history with all the group and just taking a tour. And it's just a special part of being in the Baja. All right, guys, welcome to the Mission San Borja. We left LA Bay this morning, and I was super excited because this is one of the most beautiful spots in Baja, in my opinion. This is a top fiver for sure on the Mission Trail, probably a top 3. We're really fortunate here. You know, there's a lot of great missions to see, but the family that is the caretakers of this area, they actually will take us for a tour inside the mission. We're gonna see all the parts of it, learn about it. Nowhere else on the peninsula are you gonna have this kind of access.
I asked her what this room was used for, or what these rooms are used for. She says the missionaries never used them, but before that or after they built it, when people used to come here from other missions, they used this to sleep in. And she said they don't allow anybody to sleep here anymore, but back in the days, that's what it was for. They used to come here to celebrate the Saint Borja.
Original.
Yeah, everything in this room, or this kitchen, is all original.
After starting the morning on the Sea Cortez and stopping at San Borja, we figured a coast-to-coast claim was definitely needed. We ended up using some local beach trails, and a few of the crew decided it was a good place to open up a donut shop.
Looks like he broke a actuator hub. Just pulled it off the vacuum line. So the axle's coming apart, so we're just gonna pull the axle out. We'll go with two-wheel drive.
This is an epic failure. This is gonna change all of our trips right here.
Well, we were mobbing the beach back there a little bit and having a little bit too much fun, obviously, and broke the bottom mount off the shock. So we're gonna pull the shock off. We're gonna be a little gentle here for a little while until we can find a welder, and then we're gonna weld up the mount on the bottom, put shock back on, and we're good to go.
Well, just another little catastrophe along the way. Bobby's had some broken parts. Now Banfield doing some donuts on the beach with the boys. I mean, it's fun and all, and I get it, but you know, we still gotta drive these trucks all the way to Cabo San Lucas. Banfield now has a broken CV joint and no axle on the left front, so he's no more four-wheel drive, which means we're gonna have to find some soft sand to go through, just because, you know, now that he's got the Squirrel Award, we're gonna have to get him the Best Stuck Award too, so more sand up here. This one, the ADD Raptor, is in the salt water. Look back there. Straps, tire gauge, and pliers. Oh, you got pliers? Yeah.
Dude, no good deed goes unpunished. I see my buddy Chapman stuck up to his tailpipe, so I came around to try to give him a hand, and when I went to turn around, it started getting stuck, backed up a little to get out of it. It's got worse and worse and worse.
Hey, we need that shovel over here first.
So we have 2 more straps coming right now. So we're gonna take this thing, we're gonna strap it up over the top. Problem is the tide's still kind of out, but it's coming in, as you can tell from where we're standing. The water likely will bury this truck.
You're good to go? Hold on, Hernquist isn't going, hold on. Go, go, go! Okay. All right, you guys, we got some work to do here. We're gonna give a snap pull, and then there's another truck in front of him, railroaded together to try to pull you out. Phil, it's you, go. Go, go, go. Keep going. Everybody stop. We need people on the straps right now. That's one good recovery. You guys ready to push down there? Bobby, they ready? Chapman, you got your diff locked, you're in 4-wheel drive. You're good to go? 1, go! 1, 2, 3, go! Hold on, Hernquist isn't going, Ray. Hold on, Ray. Ray, hold on. Oh, you got it. Dude, that was crazy. I'm like out of shape. I'm out of breath now and everything. Crazy.
All right, we're about to cross a different state of Baja, which is Baja Sur. And we're in Bobby Picoy's truck, which got a broken shock mount. And we're gonna drive into Guerrero Negro and hopefully find a welder that can weld it up for us and get him going again and get the truck back. We pulled into their bay that's underground. It's kind of cool. And from the damage we got here, they say no problem, they can fix it. So they're gonna grind her up, weld her up, and get her ready for the Picoy family, and so they can go ahead and enjoy their trip all the way down to Cabo. I mean, they only charged us $25, it came out to about $25 to get that welded up. And like I said, they're more happy to do it, and they got it done, and great for us because we're on the road now and good to go.
Hey guys, okay, what we're gonna do right now is running behind schedule a little bit. We're gonna go straight out to the pavement here at Villa Jesus Maria, go south to Guerrero Negro, probably get some people some fuel there or in Vizcaíno, and continue on to our night's destination at San Ignacio. Thanks for a super fun day so far. Let's keep it safe and smart. Yeah, right there, San Ignacio mission. One of the most beautiful missions on the peninsula. We're in the square here in San Ignacio, and right over here is Edson and his family's ice cream store. It's time for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
This is the best ice cream in all of Baja, right here. Halfway between the USA and Cabo. After hours and hours and hours of pounding through the desert, we get ice cream.
Hey, got your rig all tuned up for you. Ready to go.
I love it. As you can see, we're getting some special permission right here in Mission San Ignacio, and all the years I've been coming, I've never been able to go on the roof of the mission, and somehow Edson made it happen. Welcome back to the Trail of Missions. We're at the halfway spot on our trip in San Ignacio, and of course, when we get started on day 5, we have to stop at the San Ignacio mission, which this site was established in 1716, believe it or not. The mission was actually finished in 1786 and has been functioning ever since. We were able to get inside thanks to Edson Romero and his family and take a look around. But today we're looking forward to all kinds of beautiful Baja. We're gonna head out to the whale camps, the salt flats, visit the people of El Datil, and hopefully go for a surf at San Juanico. Everything goes perfect, we'll be in Loreto before dark having a pool party doing belly flops.
Belly flop!
this is El Datil, and it's a cool little zone. You can see the kids coming up, and stickers and T-shirts being handed out, and toys and bubbles and goodies, and it's just cool to stop and say hi to, you know, the people instead of just zooming by everywhere you go.
So we stopped here at El Datil for a 5-10 minute break, and as you can see, all these kids, this whole village here, everybody just loves it when we stop by in here. We got guys passing out all kinds of goodies to the kids and the families.
It's a great opportunity to give the kids what they don't usually get all the time, and they're all really happy to get some new stuff.
It's just amazing to be able to come here and give them something that makes them smile.
Well, that was a pretty cool stop. You know, El Datil is not in the middle of nowhere, so to speak. Well, it is. But what's cool is like the Picoy kids and Hernquist, and to see the excitement on the kids from El Datil's face when they got some stuff. I think it's good for the kids to learn that. I think it's helped them grow and to, you know, be better people, and all of us to appreciate what we have at home. So, very cool people here. Much respect.
As we make our way past the halfway mark down the peninsula, we decide to take the scenic route along the Pacific coast.
Hey boys! 1,000 miles of Baja right here on the beach. My odometer just flipped 1,000, so keep on trucking south, boys. Off the beach from San Juanico, 2-track to this little weather station here, and just having fun with the boys and the girls. Look behind me.
Negotiating water obstacles is an art form, and water is never good for any part of the truck, especially the electronics.
Just went through the water and everything. Motor died.
Hey, Trey, what happened?
Right after.
Is it running kind of rough?
Yeah, it is.
Did you not make it through the water?
Try and rev it once it starts.
Went through the water pretty fast and the motor died, but we got it back started and keep on going.
Got water over the hood. I don't like it.
Going a little too fast.
That's okay.
But that's fun. That's what fun is.
Sitting here trying to guess and figure out what might have happened was bypassed in 30 seconds by Greg Fouts having his handy-dandy computer monitor here. Thank you, hombre. You are my hero.
Who loves you?
You do. I love you.
You guys get into your cars, okay? It's time to go again. Let's go. Vámonos, vámonos.
Leaving the La Purísima Valley across the Sierra de la Gigante Mountains to the east towards Loreto offers epic vistas.
What a beautiful day. Oh my gosh. Loreto, the beach, the Melicon, probably the nicest hotel we'll stay at the entire trip. A pool, homemade pizzas after an amazing day on the beach.
Well, we got to Loreto, and it's pool party time at the La Misiones Hotel, and this is my baby Kay. And baby Kay and Daddy are swimming, and we're gonna have a belly flop contest. Go. Are you gonna jump? My wife is gonna kick it off, which is awesome. And then we're gonna have pizza, tacos, and a good time while you guys are sitting on the couch at home. Sorry. Love and kiss, okay?
You guys are silly. They're silly.
Trail of Missions on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Monster Energy, by Bulletproof Diesel, and by KC Highlights, the leader in performance auxiliary lighting for more than 45 years.
Welcome to day number 6. I got my favorite navigator with me, Hun Bun here, and we're headed out of Loreto. You can see a beautiful sunrise this morning, and of course the Sea Cortez looking flat, calm, and perfect. And well, Baja has been pretty perfect for us so far. We're gonna head up to the San Javier mission, pretty much known as the jewel of the Mission Trail. I mean, everybody says this is the best mission, and I agree 100%. Now the road up to it, that's a little frightening. You'll have to check out the edges and the boulder flows, and it's pretty hair-raising to say the very least. But we're gonna head up there and check out the mission, have a little bit of hangout time. Well, I gotta tell you, San Javier is definitely one of my favorite places in Baja, and if you look behind me, you can just see this amazing mission that they call the Jewel of the Missions. The area was founded in 1699, and this building was actually built in 1740, so anybody that is interested in mission history or the Trail of Missions, they have to come here to this location. It has some other interesting things to see as well. The over 300-year-old olive tree that we'll go and visit.
This tree, I'm told, is 300 years old, and it's cool because it's supposedly the oldest olive tree in all of the Americas.
Essentially, we're just walking right down the path of history, you know, the same place that the missionaries walked in the 1700s. And of course, one cool fact is that this is the first place in all of the Americas that glass pane windows were used. They were brought over in the galleons from Spain and used in this building for the first time ever.
With an epic stop at San Javier in the rear view, the trucks made their way through the mountains as we crossed the peninsula to the Pacific, where we battled a little mud along the mangroves, and the Picoy family truckster had another little mishap.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's perfect.
So we went through some mud and also went through a bush, and yeah, it was pretty fun.
Out here on the peninsula.
One more rip down the beach and a sneaky 2-track before we headed to the Bay of Dreams, south of La Paz and back on the Sea Cortez for our last night before Cabo San Lucas.
I was stepping back, fell in a little beehive, and lost my sandal.
You got it.
See that?
Yeah, Bay of Dreams time, people. Gotta love this. Underneath the Grand Plapa here at Gran Sueño, and oh man, what a beautiful day on the road. All kinds of fun, a little bit of beach fun, awesome mission trip, olive tree that's unbelievable, and just good times with great friends. No drama. We're 1,414 miles into the trip right here, so We're definitely going to be over 1,500 miles at the end of the deal, but right now it's time for a cocktail and a belly flop into the pool and maybe a swim in the Sea of Cortez. Fat people do cannonballs, semi-fat people do can openers.
Fat people do cannonballs. I don't know what that was.
Welcome to day 7 on the Trail of Missions, our last day. We left the beautiful Bay of Dreams in the late morning on our way to our final destination of Land's End. As you can see, it's a little bit rocky, it's a little steep. The Sea of Cortez in the background, and this is a route that goes from La Paz to the Sea of Cortez. Not a lot of people use it, but we're using it today, and it's a lot of fun. A little technical in some spots. Right here, it just looks like a basic graded road, but it's got a lot of adventure to it for sure. Just a little beautiful stop along the way. The locals have a trail that come right here to this little ledge, and so we've seen it before on the bike, so I wanted to bring the guys down and girls and stop and go for a swim, and Robbie Ash decided to throw a parking job on the sand. I'm going swimming, that's his problem.
It's always fun when Robbie gets stuck. This is the second time he's gotten stuck this trip in the sand, and the second time he's gotten himself out with the help of his kid, who he makes stand out back and push.
After 1,500 glorious miles of Baja beauty, we're nearing our final destination at the tip of the Baja Peninsula, but we have one more stop to make first. Just another amazing sight here in Baja. One of the 4 national parks is Cabo, which is a popular diving and snorkeling area. Today we have a ton of wind, so we're not going to be going out on the water, but we just wanted to stop and see. I mean, I don't know, does it look like Tahiti or Hawaii or what? I mean, this is a part of Baja a lot of people never see, and just once again, it completely amazes me as we go around the East Cape. With Land's End in sight, we finish what is relatively a short day along the East Cape and pull into one of our favorite spots. Well, there you have it. Trail of Missions ends at the office because it's time to go to work in a different style, but yeah, just a great trip. 1,555 miles, and the whole crew just having a great time. We made it!
We made it. It was awesome. Brad drove a lot of the time. He drove all of day 7 through cliffs, coming down from La Paz into Cabo. It was a beautiful trip. We had a great time.
Well, here we are. End of the trip, end of the trail, Trail of Missions. Made it here to the beautiful Land's End, the Officina right here. Yeah!
Best trip ever in Mexico. We made it from Tecate to Cabo in 7 days on the Trail of Missions.
Well, we made it. Cabo San Lucas. Oh my gosh, it's bittersweet. No more off-roading. That's kind of a bummer, but we're here at the beautiful Sea of Cortez.
1,551 miles in the books, and the crew is for sure stoked on our adventure down the Baja and our time spent together. Baja is full of beautiful beaches, breathtaking vistas, and hospitable locals who welcome visitors with warm smiles and open arms. Even though the Desert Assassins have been organizing Baja trips for a decade, there are always more places to discover. The 2014 Trail of Missions has come to an end, but if you're interested in joining the Desert Assassins on our next truck or bike adventure, find us on social media or visit desertassassins.com. We dedicate this show and our adventure to the memory of our boys, Jeff Ox Cargola and Kurt Caselli, legends who live forever in Baja. In association with the Desert Assassins and Tempt Media, this has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.